Well, can I say to the Home Secretary that the relationship between this country and the West Indies and Caribbean is inextricable. The first British ships arrived in the Caribbean in 1623, and despite slavery, despite colonization, 25,000 Caribbeans served in the First World War and Second World War alongside British troops. When my parents and their generation arrived in this country under the Nationality Act of 1948, they arrived here as British citizens. It is inhumane and cruel for so many of that Windrush generation to have suffered so long in this condition, and for the Secretary of State only to have made a statement today on this issue. Can she explain how many have been deported? She suggested earlier that she would ask the High Commissioners. It is her department that has deported them. She should know the number. Can she tell the House how many have been detained as prisoners in their own country? Can she tell the House how many have been denied health under the National Health Service? How many have denied pensions? How many have lost their job? This is a day of national shame, and it has come about because of a hostile environment policy that was begun under her Prime Minister. Let us call it as it is. If you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. And that is what has happened with this far-right rhetoric in this country. Can she apologise properly? Can she explain how quickly this team will act to ensure that the thousands of British men and women denied their rights in this country under her watch in the Home Office are satisfied?
Can I say to the Home Secretary that the relationship between this country and the West Indies and the Caribbean is inextricable? The first British ships arrived in the Caribbean in 1623. Despite slavery and despite colonization, 25,000 Caribbeans served in the First World War and Second World War alongside British troops.
When my parents and their generation arrived in this country under the Nationality Act of 1948, they arrived here as British citizens.
It is inhumane and cruel for so many of that Windrush generation to have suffered for so long in this country, and for the Secretary of State to have made a statement today on this issue.
Can she explain how many have been deported? She suggested earlier that she will ask the High Commissioners. It is her department that have deported them.
She should know the number! Can she tell the House how many have been detained as prisoners in their own country? Can she tell the House how many have been denied health under the National Health Service? How many have denied pensions? How many have lost their job? This is a day of national shame! And it has come about because of a hostile environment policy that was under her Prime Minister.
Let us call it as it is.
If you lay down with dogs, you get fleas! And that is what is happening with the far-right rhetoric in this country. Can't she apologize properly?
Can she explain how quickly her team will act to ensure that the thousands of British men and women denied their rights in this country under her watch in the Home Office are satisfied?
This is a bad idea.
This was your idea, man.
We should go back. Let's go back to our business. We should go back. I don't want to do this.
Come on, go.
Just go.
Go.
This is a bad idea.
Are we going in or not?
Not?
What we said. Truth or dare?
Yeah. I'm scared. You got more to fear from the living than the dead. It's true. Think of Trump. America first.
Climate catastrophe.
ISIS.
What? Supremacy?
Much more scary.
Why is this not helping me? Let's just put this thing to bed so we can go and sleep at night.
Yes, and there'll be a perfectly rational explanation.
Let's see, shall we?
So, Just go in, calmly talk,
It's a freaking ghost.
and ask it.
Politely.
Dude, go away. You don't even know what you're messing with. I'm telling you.
Hey!
We said we would stick together.
You won't be able to sleep anyway.
You know what? Let's just stay here for about 2 minutes, yeah?
Then we'll order some delivery. I'm hungry.
Me too.
Hey, please just go back down to the halls. We're not allowing this in the common room. Let's just do it different there.
You got this bit.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey there, spirit thing. Spirit thing.
Oh, forgive our trespasses.
We mean no harm. What? We mean no harm.
That's good. Keep going.
We beg you, please don't harm.
What are you giving my this
Fucking
for?
breathe,
Oh,
man.
but the truth is, we're all really...
Tired, stressed, shitting ourselves.
I'm only
And
freshman.
we've got history assignments coming up.
And we're paying £9 a year.
And I just want to get my 2-1 and done. So,
Respectfully ask you,
If
spirit.
we even exist.
then you leave us the frick alone.
Shut up. Shush. You ain't security.
Politely.
Lead us on temptation, but this should be for
We are very sorry if we offended you in any way.
Yes, we're very sorry.
You can talk to us anytime. And if there's anything you want from us, just give us a sign.
What do you see
Wait,
that
wait,
for?
rewind.
What do you want?
Wings. Chicken wings.
Fifi.
I'm leaving now!
Ah!
Shalom.
Shalom.
Salmon?
Wait,
What? Nah, I don't fancy that.
Can't you smell it?
That wasn't me. Yeah.
Fish. Don't touch me, man.
I didn't do anything.
It's freezing.
My phone's died.
Everyone, let's just keep calm, okay?
Can you taste salt?
Oh, please,
Lord.
Lord.
Oh my God, the chair is moving!
Yeah, I don't look bad, considering I am 100 years old. I still feel so young. I was born in Germany, 1920. They cracked champagne when they got me. And named me after the second highest mountain in the Alps, Rosa. Blank is the highest, so I am lucky that I wasn't the first. Blank is no name. I traveled the whole world, but I have never seen the Alps. I have always preferred the sea, or perhaps the sea preferred me. Not surprising, really. I come from Hamburg. Oh, eine schöne Stadt. Such a pretty city. My heart is always in a harbor. Every port an opportunity, and the best playground. To come of age. Every day, a new ship, a new face, a new suitcase, filled with music. Ja, es war ziemlich toll. Quite exciting. Humble. And no need for school. When there was plenty of work. Tourism was new in the 1930s. My job was to take people away. On holiday! German folk wanted to see the world. across the North Sea and Mediterranean, Mexico, Madeira, Spain. Yeah, sailing wasn't for everybody. Moss got sick, but I was born for it. Rocked by the wind, kissed by the sun. With moon and stars and tides for guides, one moment you feel the ease of a breeze, then bluster, gale, and gust the next. Such a sense of adventure. The weather.
It was just a gust of wind and the lights. Momentary power cut.
What? Affecting here and nowhere else on campus?
The same is probably a scientific explanation.
Sorry, Professor.
We need to bring our energies together.
Wait, what's all this energy shit?
Stop fighting. Let's just get over with.
So, this is a Ouija board. Just like a phone to communicate with the other side. So we call, and if there's any spirits, they'll send us a text message.
This is ridiculous.
Stop it.
What? I'm just trying to get everyone's energy relaxed.
That's not a bad idea actually. What if we do some kind of ritual before we start?
Ritual.
What? Like slaughtering a chicken?
Yum.
That's it.
How could it happen?
It's important that we all act collectively.
How about the song? You'll never walk.
I'm not singing that. I'm Man United.
I shouldn't even be here. I'm Christian.
You've got nothing to be afraid of.
Why don't we play that game from Thomas side? Where we all close our eyes, say each other's names, one at a time. If you get it wrong, you start all over again.
And if I win, I can get a nice slice of pizza.
It's not about winning. The game is about collective action. Everybody, hold hands. Close your eyes. Both of them.
Okay.
Ali,
Come on, guys.
Ali,
Hola.
Come on, guys.
Hola.
Ali.
Kit Chia.
Okay.
Z. Nice! That was good, guys. Really focused.
Ready?
Now, two people place their middle fingers and index fingers on it.
It's just a stupid bit of plastic.
Count me out.
I got pizza fingers.
Well, my fingers are far too long.
Really?
If no one else wants to.
Fine. I'll do it too.
Now, one person grab the metal. Okay. Don't force anything to happen. Simply stay open.
You know what? Let's get out of here, yeah?
Guys!
Wait,
Push it!
It just
No.
can't, I swear!
It's weird.
This is too weird. Even for me. What?
Are you here?
Yes! It said yes.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Have you got something you want to tell us?
Do you want us to leave you alone?
Because we really don't mind going.
It's got to be a trick. It's got to.
No! It wants us to stay.
Ask their name.
What is your name?
P-R-O-B-L-E-M. Problem.
I told you, you don't know what we're getting into.
What is the problem?
N-A-M-E. Name? It doesn't make any sense.
We said, what is your name? You don't need to shout.
They're all the way over. On the other side.
I feel sick.
It's moving again. G.
G-U-E-S-S.
Huh. Funny name. Maybe it's French.
Yes! They want us to play a game.
She's moving again.
N-O-T-I-N-O-T-I. Naughty, naughty.
Definitely foreign.
Not I. Not I.
It's moving again.
C-L-U-E.
It's giving us a clue.
Everyone everyone. Just keep breathing.
F-A-R-M.
Farm.
And what about the house prices? If we let them take over the land, the value of our houses will inevitably fall.
Colonize, more like.
No one is talking about the impact migrating birds. They'll put tourists up.
We don't want tourists either.
But if we did one day want to attract tourism, they would definitely be put off.
What about the birds?
They kill bats.
They're bloody ugly. You can't just say that. I can say whatever I want. It's a free country.
And we want to keep it that way.
What I mean is, ladies and gentlemen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I'm saying it like this. They don't fit in. They stick out. And we don't want them here.
And I thought you were talking about bats.
Oh, keep up, love.
Well, I white beauty in my own way.
You should have your eyes tested.
I'm just saying, it's not really the look that bothers me. I think there's something quite elegant about the way they all move together.
That's when they work. Most of the time, they don't even work. Waste of space.
And they're bloody loud.
You're quite loud.
I've never been up close.
Keep away from them, I say. You never know what they might do to you.
I'm not saying I want them in my field.
Well, there you are then.
Apparently, each one does to power a hairdryer.
Oh, we could use a hairdresser around here.
Hairdryer, I said.
Oh, a hairdresser is quite powerful.
Does it?
They can't even boil a kettle for a nice, decent cup of tea.
Oh,
That's decided then. We move to a vote.
We vote no.
We haven't discussed their benefits.
Oh, well, what benefits?
They'll be cutting disability benefits to pay for them. Mark my words.
I mean, what the countryside can get from having them here.
Whose side are you on?
I just think we should have a balanced debate. We are still a civilized country.
Who's gonna pay for all of this? Taxes will go up. You mark my words.
Let her have her say.
Thank you. Well, they're quite natural.
Primitive,
Yeah.
more like.
They harness a natural power, lest we forget we are an island.
They'll build a bloody bridge to front snakes.
How are we going to survive without their energy to rebuild the country?
That's scaremongering.
Stick them in the sea. If the cats are so in love with them, stick them in the sea.
Or find another island.
Just not in my fields.
but they are quite modern.
They've ruined Denmark! And it was such a pretty little country! You can't get more modern than Denmark. The whole landscape is riddled with them. Riddled everywhere you look.
It's true, my cousin married a Danish man. Oh, such a lovely family, so much style.
They'll be next to leave the EU, I bet. That's it.
What?
Pardon?
Danish Brexit.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
To leave or not to leave? That was the question.
Long live Shakespeare.
Rule, Britannia, Britannia rules the waves.
Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Rule Britannia, Britannia.
came to power. And we had to fly the swastika. I'm not going to lie. I mean, why should I? I wear it proudly. Yeah, you're looking at me like that, but you don't understand. It made us feel good of ourselves. We were better than anyone else. No more hunger.
No more hunger!
No more shame.
No more shame!
Could you blame us after the First War? Only pure Germans were allowed on our holidays. No Roma, or Poles, or Slavs, or blacks, or Jews, no handicapped, no homos, no Untermensch allowed. We were the captains now. We ruled the waves. From Hansestadt Hamburg to Windhoek Namibia, the world was ours. And it was love. Yeah, that was our only song. You got given a medal if you had 4 children for the ride. No medal for me. I was selected for a more important job because of my experience at sea. I was ordered to transport passengers from Norway to Germany. Jews, all ages. From Oslo. The songs they sang were different from those we heard before the war. Their hums hung in the air, like the thick clouds of smoke. In Auschwitz, the children. What was I supposed to do? I had no choice. I was doing my job. Because of the work that I had done, I was captured by the Royal Army as a prize of war. The Britishers were not so different from us. Cousins, really. Same royal family. And their language is easy. Land.
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 Book.
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 Wind.
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 Wind. F. A. L. L. Fool.
We're running fearfully low on water, Captain.
How we do for us?
Just one bottle left, sir.
I thought we were drinking our own piss.
About as far as we are from Jamaica, sir.
How could we miss it?
These islands all insane.
300 miles, you say?
300 miles out the way.
How many blacks below deck?
379, sir.
How many do you have in Accra?
442, sir.
How many was our legal capacity?
193, sir.
How many look like they will live?
Less than half, sir.
I'm a surgeon, not a mathematician. But that doesn't sound good.
It don't bode well for profits, sir, and the men, sir,
Our men?
are somewhat disgruntled. See, we were supposed to ride
We have to be.
We can, alas, make no claim for goods damaged during the passage of the voyage.
Go on.
But if we throw the blacks overboard to save on water for us hard-working men, the insurance company will see we've dispensed with their cargo to save our pale-skinned Christian souls.
Dispense of the cargo! I have an idea, first mate.
You have so many, Captain.
I say we begin with the children, then the women, then the men. Sickest first.
It'll be heavy work, sir.
I will keep them in chains, throw them in batches, as if we're about to throw cattle into the sea. Not a pleasant sight, but a hearty breakfast for them sharks.
And not a scrap of evidence.
And I will get to it, man.
But, Captain, who shall we say is to blame for all we're about to do?
Let's blame this old duck shit the song.
Yeah!
Her name is Cat. She cares for nothing.
She's a monster made by evil men. Water bursting, feeding on flesh, so much more than she can digest.
Greedy Dutch bitch swallows dish upon dish of shameful, ridiculous, endless.
Women, men, boys, girls, babies, stuffed in the same brim of human suffering.
She stinks of fish, piss, shit, and vomit. Some must have been with Doc at Liverpool, Cardiff, London, Glasgow, Bristol. The ladies and gents have to come to notice. I know them.
She drags us down to her depths. She gets us drunk on flesh. She makes us forget our Christian souls.
She gets so pissed, she gets lost. $300 off the coast of Jamaica. Sailed right past the dock at Black River.
But so many poor Africans died, but we were running out of water.
I repeated with her, carry us to safer shores. But instead she said,
That's enough, my lord. I'm too full. I cannot go on. And the song, she spat 131 blacks into the sea. Shark's breakfast.
We must file the insurance claim to recompense to compensate.
And the judge will say,
The slaves were no more human than horses, and though it must have been a sorry sight, the men tried with all their might.
but it was the ship, it was the Zong that made us do this wrong.
And when we get back to Tilbury Dock, we'll open that sweet bottle, Jamaican rum, and count our little
windfall.
The only thing that I really didn't like is they made me change my name. They have a habit of doing that.
The British.
And I adore my name, Monte Rosa. But I had no choice again, so yes, I worked for them, all over their huge empire. My favorite job was
Kingston, Jamaica.
to
London Tilbury Dock.
transporting the great-grandchildren of those slaves. Now, sailing the other way. The West Indies fought against Nazis, and since Elizabeth was their queen,
Everybody, come take a photo now. We need to send this back to Kingston. Back straight.
they were invited to come for a new life in England.
Come to build the country.
Quite a story, really. Yeah. That was one of my favorite passages. So much. Hi. And dancing. And stories.
London is the place for me. London, this lovely city. You can go to France or America, India, Asia, or Australia. To London City.
They said the other day that the British were trying to send them away. Blacks. Even though some are as old as me, and worked all these years for the mother country, saying that they had no place in Britain. The Windrush generation.
A scandal!
If they ordered me to transport them back to Kingston today, I would have said, no, I'm too old. And they were nice people. Take the blacks back under your own steam. You're on your own now, Queenie. I've had enough of governments making me move people around like cargo. times when I should have said no. I should have said no.
C H-I-L-L. Chill.
Ivor Cummings walks up the gangplank, civil servant, gay, and black. Things will not be easy for you here.
Wind chill fast!
Tilbury Dock was a bit of a shock. Dirt, smog, and faces flat. Welcome party? What did you expect?
Wind chill fast!
No dogs, no Irish, no blacks. Not renting your kindness flat. But I've got nowhere to sleep tonight.
Wind chill fast!
They killed Kelsey Katrine. And yes, we must fight back. They say riot. We say uprising.
Wind chill fast!
If you want a nigger for a neighbor, vote Labour. The Tory election trapped. Enoch comes with rivers of blood.
Wind chill fast!
Children of the new crossfire. They were treated like suspects. 13 dead and nothing said.
Wind chill fast!
They screamed out, what, nigger? And it was us that was under attack. And the cops screwed the names of Stephen's killers.
Wind chill fast!
Served in the British Army, paid every penny of tax, but still no right to my pension.
Wind chill fast!
I've been living here all my life. Work still gives me the sack. No passport, you can live on the streets.
Wind chill fast!
You have 10 days to leave the country. It's time to go home and pack. I was an NHS nurse for 17 years.
Wind chill fast!
They keep me in detention because I am African, because I am black. If I was Irish or if I was a dog, they wouldn't lock me up.
Wind chill fast! Wind chill factor.
My last trip was transporting the soldiers and their families from Korea and Japan back to England. But that was a terrible fire blow. And one by one, the sailors who all said they loved me, even my beloved captain, abandoned me. Jumping into the sea left me to sink into the bed, alone. It's pretty cold down here, even in the Med. When you're dead, it's pretty cold. So many skulls, skeletons, children left to drown. I couldn't carry them back to shore. Yesterday, 500 or more. So many lost souls calling for a home. While you sit on the Freed Mountains, and refusing to see what lies beneath, Yeah. The same has a history. And it repeats.
I don't get it.
So they went to a farm, they had a food, then they chilled. Farm food, chill. Farm food, chill.
Maybe it makes sense if we say it slower. Farm, food, chill. You know bonkers, man.
What do they want?
Do you think they understood the question? Who are you?
Not.
Here we go again.
Who are you? Not.
Have you not finished your essays?
No.
Yeah. Shall we just try again tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hey, who ate the last slice of pizza?
You know, man.
Maybe we're not supposed to know. Allah.
Allah!
Hey!
What?
What?
They don't want us to go!
You don't want us to go!
They don't want us to go!
They don't want us to go!
Someone write down!
Stop! Make it stop!
W-I-N-D!
Wind.
There must be a revolution to solve this problem. There must be a revolution to solve this problem. Only God knows why I and I suffer so. Only God knows why I and I suffer so. Birds of the nest, foxes of their home. Son of man have nowhere to lay his weary.
Don't you know? English is a bitch. Been no escaping it. England is a bitch. I want to word with it. Gave oceans, oceans, and earth you gave quake. But what a careless noun for me you did make. You called forest, forest, desert, fire, and sky. But if you didn't feel me, you'd say, what am I from this name? Only a liar's rhyme could play with it. Even Shakespeare couldn't play with it. Sin, pinned, mind, and kind, kindred spirits. Elemental insult. My name is Wind Up.
English is a bitch. Been no escaping it. English is a bitch. And I want to word with it. My monarch makes a mockery of all I've done for this country. My label should be liberous. Would it really been so onerous to make me a little more sonorous and a little consonant and a little vowel? So yes, I'll have 3 of us in a rush, in a wind rush. I deserve more. This linguistic disrespect needs addiction fixing, some lexiconization, some theorization, a new application for this misrepresentation, proper noun reparation with certification. Did I give birth to breeze on this land? I delivered you the tempest right here where I stand. Bluster, gale, gust. I raised the hurricane, but yet you classify me with a mere 1-syllable name.
Didn't I turn your meals to grind your grain? To make sure that you have never felt the pain of hunger that your empire had afflicted upon
30 million Indians, 1 million islands.
So, don't blame me when you chop too many trees and I race across your field and I reap devastation.
Don't blame me when you turn up the heat and it makes me swell and arrive unexpected.
Don't blame me if I bring desert to your door, the water rises to your window. If I bring war, if I rise up from rivers of blood.
Don't blame me for this hostility, for this, Britannia, is your legacy, and this you must know, you reap what you sow. And despite this pitiful one-syllable name, a mere footprint on a missing document that is still a source of shame. The nature of wind, the nature of Windrush, the nature of this generation has changed.
Windfall.
Windfall. Windchill.
Gold rush. Sugar rush.
Gun rush.
Windrush! The Empire Windrush.
She's a she.
She's a shit.
Rest in peace.
Why us?
Why here? An empire's got to have either an emperor or an empress, right?
Right.
Our uni is named after the same empress who in Jamaica, the Windrush wrecked from Jamaica. The Greece grandma, Mary of Tech, the German countess. I wrote an essay about her. The Empress of India, all her colonies, the West Indies.
The head of the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Commonwealth. They should call it as it is. Universities, cities all over Glasgow to Greenwich, Belfast to Bristol, Cardiff to Carlisle made untold money with slavery. They even got compensation when they set the slaves free. And a lot of these people are investing their dirty monies into our university.
The SGs have made a campaign about it, but our uni has stayed quiet.
Wait, rewind. They paid slave owners.
Yeah, and black people are still paid for it.
Cleaning their offices, doing security, paying the fees.
And more time it's the black and brown students getting 2-2.
Really?
They call it the Black Minority Ethnic Attainment.
They should call it the white privilege gap. Maybe then someone will stand up and take notice.
At least now, I better leave here with 2-1. I'm taking them to court. 50k debt for Desmond Tutu. No thanks.
And uni managers are all white guys paying themselves like $500,000 a year.
$500,000.
Minimum plus a flat, a car,
and a bodyguard.
Principles with
no principles.
So why does Empire Windrush want to talk to us?
Because of the Windrush
Because
scandal.
we're all doing history.
She could have just sent us to the library.
I get the feeling she's trying to tell us something.
Why?
Look.
Shit!
Empire Windrush, just tell us what you want.
Truthordare.
Truth.
Rest in peace. They won't let me. In the newspapers, on the TV, they keep calling me Windrush, Windrush, Empire Windrush, naming streets after me, writing books about me. And now, they want to name this room in the university after me. So the Windrush name game got your attention. But now, my children, I want you to tell them that is not my name. I'm so much more beautiful. Monte Rosa. Born in Hamburg, 1920. I worked for the Nazis. The British captured me, painted over my name. It is a bad habit, not calling things as they are. The British would rather talk about the weather. They didn't have Auschwitz, but they were not so much better. It was the British who invented concentration camps in Africa. We Germans were just more efficient in murder. And if they cared so much about the Jews, why did they wave that letter appeasing Hitler and let so many migrants burn and drown, just like they're doing now, from Grenfell Tower to the bottom of the ocean? They don't like you saying it, but they were not so different. Renamed me after 500 years of crime. Rape and murder. Kidnap and torture. 500 years of empire. And a dirty little river running away from the Thames. Windrush. Best remembered for 800 West Indians. Most forgotten for 66 Boers invited to come and make a home. And what names did they call them when they arrived here? In England. Tell them. Tell the truth. Tell them from me. If you want to keep dragging me up from the depths of the sea, if you want to name this place after me, call me by my name.
Monte Rosa.
So far.
Holocaust to Windrush.
Same shit, different racist shit.
Wait. So, all she actually wanted is for this university to rename this old stuffy place the Monte Rosa Room instead of the Windrush Room. That's it!
She kept us up all night, man.
She's just vain.
Sea dog. And we mustn't speak ill of them.
She wasn't even a person. She was a shit.
A Nazi one.
And now, she's just an old heap of old rusty metal at the bottom of the sea.
Wait. We should care more about the people she carried inside of her.
Our unis know better. They think calling this the Windrush Room make us feel better about how racist this is. Why don't they ask us what we want to call it?
Just some tick box exercise. I just can't stand it.
Guys, at least now we can go to sleep.
No! We will not sleep until we expel this evil spirit.
Bola, what are you doing?
Hey.
What are you doing?
Vessel of racism, ship of hate. Leave this space. Go tell your sub story to the saltwater fish, cause we ain't interested. We speak.
We speak.
In solidarity.
In solidarity.
Windrush generation.
With Windrush generation.
Old and living.
Old and living.
Dead and young.
Dead and young.
So Nazi Monte Rosa and the British Empire of Hate, go back to hell. We exercise you. We cast you away. Set sail.
Get out!
This game started. Now we who stand on land are seizing this room. We are occupying this space, and we will not leave until all the money made from slavery in this university is paid back to the descendants of African slaves.
Yes.
We want scholarships.
Yes.
Reparations.
Yes.
Free tuition fees.
Yes.
And no education.
Yes.
For everybody.
Yes.
We demand that all the pictures and symbols are taken down now.
Yes.
Put them under our lectures and our books. Start to look like all the histories and the people of
Tell
these islands.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
demand
Yeah.
decolonize this.
Yeah.
We demand equality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring us some food. Cause like the Windrush generation,